Alright, so I figured I'd throw out a video for you guys today. This one's just going to be a little quicker of a video because this dump found mower doesn't seem like it needs that much work that I've been looking at it. I think it's just a carburetor clean and then it's good to go. Whoa, hornet nearly killed me. Anyway, here it is. I mean, I'm telling you guys, people throw away nice stuff. So one thing that is fairly concerning about this one is I got it with no air cleaner on. So it could be, the rings could be messed up and the piston could be messed up, but I pulled it over a couple of times and it does have fine compression. I'll go bring over my compression reader to make sure that it's actually worth saving, but though before we do anything, because no air filter is really bad, guys. Please always run your lawn mowers with air filters. Alright, so let's get the spark plug out of here and the compression tester in. So that's not very good. It only has 60 pounds. It's not so good. Try that again. I'll give it 8 more pulls, pull it as hard as I can, as fast as I can this time. See if we can get a little more than 60. Nope, we're still at 60. Okay, well, see if this thing even runs on 60. It should, though. For those of you who aren't familiar with small engines, a good one should have between 90 and 120 pounds of pressure, like this one, which is another dump pound mower. And for those of you wondering where part 2 of the Beetle series is, it's still going. It's just a slow-moving project. So between every episode of the Beetle series, there may be a lawnmower repair video or something, because it's just takes a lot of work to get that Beetle going and to the next stage. So I still have to fix these and trying to get the Beetle videos out for you guys, though. There might be a couple more of these in between the Beetle series, though. Okay, so before we start her up, let's check the oil level. The oil in it actually looks fairly new and it's to the correct level. So, that's good. Alright, let's see if this guy will start up on starter fluid. But anyway, let's see if she'll go. Give her a little more. Alright, this mower looks very clean, by the way. I'm just saying, compared to the last one I found at the dump, which was that Craftsman, this Craftsman, in case you were wondering, this guy is very nice. So, anyway, let's get this cover off of here. Alright, so I got the carburetor on the workbench here, but before I start working on it, I just want to say that I was looking at the YouTube statistics the other day and I have over 2,000 subscribers. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed to this channel. I now have more subscribers than there are people in the town I live in, and feels very good. So thank you guys for supporting the channel and watching. Anyway, let's clean the carb up. Alright, so this is what's going to happen when you have no air filters. You're going to get dirt in here. This is all just dirt that's built up over time, and it's going to gum up your carb. So we got to clean this guy out. Alright guys, I think there was a clog in this main jet here, among many other clogs I'm sure. But anyway, let's see if I cleaned it up enough. Yep. Okay, let's clear up the passage from where the fuel line goes in. Alright, that's clear. Okay, so I've got all the passages in this carb cleaned up and everything's running through it well. Let's put it back together and see if the machine runs. Alright, the carb's back together. Let's put it on the machine. Oh, you got a fuel line in your mouth, Beetle. Get that fuel line out of your mouth. Anyway, let's put this carb back on. These little newer Briggs carbs are my favorite to work on because they just have one little linkage and then the fuel line, and that's it. Alright, let's see if this thing will stay running. Sounds terrible. Alright, it ran, but it was rattling like crazy and it was pulsing. So the pulsing is carburetor. I'll just need to do a little bit more cleaning. The rattling, I think, is all the kind of crappy plastic parts on here, like that and this, and then the front doesn't quite line up with that, so it just rattles. It's so loud that I can't tell if there's a low-end knocking or a rod knock or anything like that. So let me just get the carb a little bit cleaner, see if we can get it to run without pulsing. All right, let's get that carb back off of there. It was also kind of shaking a bunch like this, so see what that was all about also. Okay, so I know where the carb was shaking so much. I took the front assembly thing off here, and there's a little bolt that's supposed to be sticking out of there, and it's actually snapped right off. Also, this thing's pretty wobbly. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it though. But this guy right in there snapped off. So to make the carb kind of not shake so much, I'm just gonna tighten this guy on there really tight. Okay, back again. I got the carburetor cleaned out better this time, hopefully. Here it is. Should probably clean the outside, but I didn't. But let's see if this stops the pulsing. Alright, I got the carburetor back on again. Let's see if this stops with the pulsing issue. Okay, so it's doing the same thing. I thought I had this carburetor as clean as a whistle, but I guess not. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so what I went ahead and did is I put a brand new carburetor on there, never used before, straight out of the box. Just see if this would help any. So let's start it up and see. Okay, so I kind of got the pulsing to stop. What I did was I just tightened the carb on there as tight as I could so that it couldn't really, the fuel couldn't have any fluctuation. So here's what it does. So I know it's not the smoothest in the world, but it is better than it was before, and it is running, so why don't we go ahead and throw an air filter on here and test it out. Okay, so I was able to find this slightly used air filter assembly. Let's go ahead and put it on. I forgot to put the old carburetor back on. So I put it back on. You can see the new one made with such cheap metal that it just split that and this side. So that's why you buy American carbs. What you doing there, dog? Beetle, come here. There you go. There's a good girl. You like the lawnmower, Beetle? So I think really the last thing to do on this mower is the cables are kind of hanging, and when I got it, this plastic cover was not really even attached. So I'm just gonna make these cables not hang and then put the cover back on, and we'll see if she goes. Alright, so the mower's back together. It looks very good, but the engine does have low compression and it kind of pulses. It has some fancy self-propulsion thing where you can adjust the speed here. We'll see if that works in a second. But anyway, let's start it up. By the way, I did check underneath it. It looks pretty good. I guess I could show you guys. There it is. Looks fine. Start it up though. So it is actually running pretty well for its 60 pounds of compression. It's pretty fancy with the adjustable self-propulsion, which actually does work. which is nice. Anyway, so I got this carb as clean can be, but it was still pulsing, so I figured out that it just needed to be tighter on its little hook thing there, so that the fuel wasn't, you know, spilling out. But anyway, everything on it works right now. Thanks for watching.